My mom tried to force my sister and I to make up. I'm cutting both of them out of my life. The enemy of my enemy is my enemy. Get him out of here. So, background. I started dating my brother's best friend when I was 16. We were together until I graduated high school when he proposed and I rejected it. There was a lot of drama with my family asking me to reconsider because we could have a long engagement or make a promise to reconcile.
Wait, 16?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I had my first love.
Yeah. I graduated high school and then he proposed. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's how it goes.
It was like right as they graduated, basically.
So like 17, 18?
Yeah.
17, 18.
That's crazy.
Too much.
I guess that's like old school, you know? Like
It's old.
you're
school.
probably like all of our great grandfathers all got married at like 18.
Yeah, my grandpa.
It's great for them.
Your grandpa got married at 18?
Yeah, he had it. My grandma had a at 17. Yeah, I know. And then they had another one at 18, and then they had another one at 22.
Pumping them out. As they do.
Good old days.
Good old days. Now, my relationship with my brother, now 36, suffered for a while, but the one with my sister, 32, never recovered. She was sure my ex was the best fit for me and became unbearable when she started dating my ex's brother.
You cannot do better. You must marry this person.
You have to do it. High school is forever. My ex.
You peaked.
You peaked. My ex was invited everywhere by my siblings, even to some family holidays, but I didn't say anything since he was their friend too. That is, until my sister started to push for us to get back together.
Look, being biological sisters isn't enough. I would be sister through marriage as well.
Right, yeah.
Double sister.
Double sistering. By the way, this comes from...
Double sistering. God dang.
This comes from Individual Diamond 606 on the BORUpdates subreddit. So, my sister did everything from trying to get us onto blind dates to making us share a room during the holidays that he was invited to. No matter the occasion, my ex was invited to it. After a while, I had had enough and I asked my parents to intervene. They were clear with my siblings and they stopped inviting my ex to things or allowing him to tag along as much. It was slightly better, but while my brother backed off, my sister didn't. It all came to a crash when I met my husband during a semester abroad. Well, you already knew him from high school. What are you doing?
Why are you going abroad, man?
Yeah. He was from another university, but the same country, and we just clicked. It was magical for me, and we got engaged after dating for just a year.
Dang, they go quick.
They go quick.
They go so quick.
They go
It
quick.
goes lesbians, people from the South that just turned 18, and then everyone's.
That's the pecking order. My family was very happy for me, except for my sister. She kept insisting that I was just in the honeymoon phase and I would grow out of it.
That's a wild thing to say as like you get married to someone. It's like, oh, like I just want to tell you I'm engaged. You're like, it's just a phase.
Right? Yeah, you'll
grow out of it.
What? I clearly didn't. And after many, can't express enough how many fights and attempts to reunite me with my ex, I simply let her know that if she pulled anything again, I will stop talking to her.
Is the ex down with all of this too?
Yeah, what is
The
he
ex
doing?
Good
complicit?
question. I mean, he does continue to show. I mean, he is friends with like the other siblings and other people involved, but like maybe he peaked.
Or is he like, dude, I don't want this either?
I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I feel like he's on. Like, because then he's like, oh, like another blind date with this the same girl.
Right? I feel
you
like
you would catch on.
he's still in it because then he would refuse. Like
Yeah.
they keep being able to set it up
Yeah.
because he's down for it. I feel like. What does she do after that warning? Makes me her maid of honor, and then requests that I spend all my time with the bridal party, aka my ex, and sets one of her friends as my husband's date.
Wait, she's literally trying to break up their marriage and using her wedding as a chess move.
Yes, she's like, oh, your husband can walk my friend down the aisle. She's so cute. You guys have a lot. In
Just
common.
like chooses her hottest friend.
Yeah. You'll have dinner and just like hold her arm in her hand and all across the
If something
aisle.
happens, like
Yeah. You'll just walk down the
It's
aisle
okay.
together.
It's
No
fine.
big deal.
Yeah.
We didn't
I
realize.
also put them in the same room
We didn't.
and I turned the heat on all the way.
That's
Wait, where are the pheromones
So
for women?
the clothes come off.
What are the pheromones for women?
And
Okay, Diddy.
I spilled coffee all over his clothes.
Did you order a bulk delivery of baby oil too? God.
Can we order one of those Amazon giant lube gallons?
No, we can't be like Diddy.
Have you seen that?
No.
Hey, Riley, pull it up. Look up Amazon lube barrel.
Barrel? Oh my God. 55 gallons?
Water based. That's good. It's only
You guys want to
$2,000.
$1,800.
What goals do I need to hit in order to get this?
Yeah, right. What's the new goal, guys? If we hit what is it?
Oh, we got some pump too. Shit.
All right.
Video?
All right,
Oh
here we go. All right, but John, tell me if I can't make it. If we hit a 10K stream,
Yeah.
we will buy a barrel of lube and do the lube stream where we're in a kiddie pool of lube.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
I'm down. And then we have to oil each other up.
Yeah, we need to use it at least for a purpose. Like that's at least a purpose.
Yeah,
we can't
yeah.
just buy it just to sit here.
Also, the cleanup on that would probably.
Oh my
Can
God,
we get this one?
dude.
We can get a girl for Sam and some lube.
Oh my God, dude. It's his time.
Wait, why is this one 2,000?
Well, a little extra for the lady.
Yeah, dude. Don't be a
Come
bad tipper.
on.
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Okay. Anyways,
Oh, wow.
lube aside, we're getting back to this
Thumb
story.
saver?
Absolutely derailed.
What is that? Is that a massager?
It's like a thumb saver.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
word.
Thumb sa-
Cool. I did not know those existed.
That's actually
nice.
a cool tool. Anyways. So we didn't realize until we were at the reception and the poor girl tried to make a pass at my husband. I guess she didn't know.
Or maybe she did.
Maybe.
Wait, sorry. The comments on this are hilarious.
What?
Didn't last long. Got it and ran out in a week. My boyfriend and I used this for a slip and slide, and now I'm pregnant. Diddy approved. Comes highly recommended that Diddy, Dirty Money himself.
Dirty Diddy.
And
God.
very good. Got it 3 weeks ago. Almost gone.
All right. That's the end of
Sorry, I
those
just had
comments.
to.
You're all it's perfect. So my sister said that since we are not married, it was okay to explore things with other people.
Oh my God.
I left the party, and the next day I spoke with my parents and brother and explained that while I won't make them choose, I will not talk to my sister ever again. And if they try to fix stuff between us, I will simply cut contact with them too. My mom was devastated and tried to negotiate, but my dad and brother said that they would respect my decision. And apart from 2 attempts from my mom, I haven't spoken, written, or done anything with my sister in the past 6 years.
That's a long
6
time.
years. A
That's
long time.
I mean, but she's continuously proven that she's not going to respect OP's boundaries. So
She gave her all the warnings. She had all the time in the world and just kept, if anything, just got worse.
yeah.
So what are you going to do? My sister has tried everything to reconcile with me, from gifts to tantrums, but I simply don't talk to her at all. If we were at a family event or a dinner, I simply act like she doesn't exist. At first, she made snarky comments or tried to create drama, but since nobody backed her up, she gave up. She did have a meltdown when she was informed that she was invited to my wedding, but would not be a part of the preparation. I mean, dude, for being no contact, an invite to the wedding is a huge W.
Yeah.
For you, if you're trying to be in contact.
Maybe that's like the opportunity to kind of re-engage.
Maybe. Yeah. That's like a test.
Yeah. It's like, all right, like if you go to this wedding and you don't try to like pull any crap, then maybe we're in good graces again.
Yeah. She hijacks the bachelor party and just is like, hey, just like whisk this guy away. I will literally pay you a salary to marry this guy away. God.
It's like a little finder's fee. It's like, what's it called when like headhunters get a placement fee?
I think it's a finder's fee.
Yeah, finder's fee. Yeah.
Gotta love it. My brother says he feels guilty for going along with it for so long, and his relationship with my ex has suffered since my ex. They still talk, but they are not that close anymore. The issue, my mom's birthday was a couple of weeks ago, and I finally announced that we were expecting our first. Should be a cause for celebration. Now, this is not the first grandchild in the family, but is the first granddaughter. Everybody was happy except my sister. My mom noted that and asked me for tea the other day. My sixth sense told me to not go, but I wanted to be positive. It's like, hey, you can explore as long as you haven't birthed the first child yet, So we're just moving the goalpost, right? The first thing I noticed when I arrived was my sister's car. Uh-oh. Then, as I entered the door, there she was, my sister, her husband, my ex, and my ex-mother-in-law.
Why are they always rolling as a squad?
This is the worst Power Rangers assembly you could possibly imagine.
I hate this.
I also like the ex's mom. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, dude. Why are they all in on this? And also, it's like, give up.
Please.
Give up.
Bro, 15 plus years later, I think she's 36.
This ain't The Notebook.
Dude, yeah. Those movies are not reality. Don't steal people's partners from them.
Well, I guess in The Notebook, they did steal the
Exactly. Don't do that. It's like the whole thesis of this show.
Yeah, but the thesis of The Notebook is cheating is good and it will lead to forever love.
Which is bad.
Except when they get dementia.
Oh my God. Anyways, so they wanted to have an intervention since my childish tactic has gone for so long. Childish tactic.
OP's childish tactic?
Apparently. My ex said that he was just trying to be romantic, but he understands that I just couldn't appreciate it. His mom said I was just hurting my sister for wanting the best for me, and she apologized already, so I need to forgive her. Ex's mom, you are like already—
You are irrelevant.
Already no one should be a part of this, but you are just like absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
what are we talking
dude,
about
you are
here?
so out of the circle. Like, please exist far, far away.
I was just sending texts to my family, dad, brother, and husband, and looking at my mom in disbelief. My brother-in-law had the cojones to tell me that I was a hurtful person and that I need to learn how to act like an adult since I'm having a baby now. Then my mom began reading a letter about how hurt she was that her daughters weren't close, how my sister was wrong, but she was well-intentioned, etc., etc. Mom is like, she's being—
I mean, I think I guess she's like well-intentioned. Like, she wants them to be happy together.
But it's just so blown through OPs.
Yeah.
It's just so far over the line that it doesn't—
It's like, hey, like, I really want you to try this cake I made for you. It's really delicious. And then a person's like, oh, like, I would love to, but I'm allergic to chocolate. And then the person's like, no, you're going to really like this. And then just forces the chocolate cake down that person's throat.
Correct.
And then you die.
And it's like,
I was just trying to help you enjoy this cake. And it's like, I don't want the cake.
and every person they've given to is like, oh, this is the best in the world,
Yeah.
blah, 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 whatever. But they're still gone. They still went bye-bye. That's what we're dealing with, some poisonous chocolate cake, ladies and gentlemen. Then my sister read her letter and began crying and telling me basically another version of what the rest did. I said nothing to anybody, just sat there until my brother arrived. He was angry beyond anything I've ever seen before. He grabbed my stuff and told them all that he was really disappointed and disgusted. We went outside and sat in his car until my dad and husband arrived. By then, I was just sobbing and he just kept saying sorry. Oh, I am unsure what happened in there, but I sent everybody except mom an email with my lawyer's number and info attached and stated I do not wish to be contacted by any of them ever again. And if they do, I will call the police.
I mean, that's a strongly worded letter.
Strongly worded letter.
Communicates a message.
Right? Nobody has contacted me. I know from my dad that my mom and sister are hysterical. They told him they hope to repair things and for my sister to be in my baby's life, maybe possibly being a godmother.
Dude, you don't get promoted to godmother by being like a god level troll.
Correct.
You get kicked out of your sister's life. That's you get banished. You get put like straight into the depths of hell.
You're the devil mother.
You're the devil mother.
I can't let my kid anywhere near you.
Exactly.
Come on.
But I guess every kid needs a little devil and a little angel on their shoulder. So maybe they need both a godmother and a devil mother.
No. My dad is staying with my brother at the moment. They support me, but some others in the family don't. I've even had mutual friends call me since they are worried about my sister's well-being and ask me what happened since she is now going by the narrative that my husband is keeping me away from my family. I hate having my business in public, but I did go the public route and posted on where else?
Reddit.
Facebook.
Oh, Facebook. Oh.
Facebook is just like going. I feel like recently in these stories, it's having a resurgence.
I didn't realize how much people just dish their personal stuff,
Dude, that's crazy.
like non-anonymously, like publicly.
Yeah, dude.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it goes wild in the South.
It's like the strongest passive aggressive thing you could do because it's like not anonymous. It's clearly you, but.
Dude, quick story time. There was a lady that got mad at my dad, went on Facebook and like trashed him, and the comment sections were hilarious. But he did this weekend apologize to her. He saw her and was like, "Hey,
this is
I'm
recent?
sorry." Yeah. It happened like 2 weeks ago. She posted, or in June, and I told my dad about it. I can show you. Yeah.
That's so funny.
But then he like went up to her and apologized, which was sweet. I was like, "Good job, Dad."
I guess Facebook accomplished exactly what that woman wanted.
Yeah, there you go. She got what she wanted.
But he like does cash, and the lady was like asking for like credit card. He was in the wrong, but anyways, the comments were like, "Well, maybe you should have read the sign in the first place," and then other ones were like, "Bad man." So it was mixed.
I want to see this post.
Yeah, we need a poll.
We need a poll.
I want to read this post as a Reddit story.
You know what? Why not?
Hey,
At the end of this one, I got you.
There we go. Bonus. So I hate having my business in public, but I did go the public route and posted a long Facebook post about everything that had happened. Sister, brother-in-law, and ex are being dragged, which even if it wasn't 100% intended, I feel is deserved. Now, my mom has been inconsolable, which does make me feel bad, but not as bad as she made me feel with her little intervention. I agreed to have a talk with her a couple of days ago and laid the ground rules for any possible future interaction, including therapy, family therapy, clear boundaries, no sharing information about me with my sister, and separate holidays. Most important, if she ever pulls anything like this again, she will for sure be cut off. She feels this is all too much, but is willing to do it. She thought it meant immediate access to baby news and it's all solved, but I told her that this is a process and she needs to prove that she has improved. My dad and brother refuse to talk to my sister and they keep apologizing for not stopping it earlier. So now the dad and the brother are also no contact with the sister. So she's becoming isolated right now. Like everyone's leaving her.
Well, I mean, deservedly.
Kind of.
Yeah.
We've forgiven them since they were able to move on and grow. Now, my husband supports whatever I decide, but my mother-in-law is unsure cutting my mom's access to her granddaughter is the way to go, but says it's ultimately my decision. Yeah, because it's, dude, that would be crazy. Imagine like you're seeing, your son's wife going through all this stuff and everyone trying to get him back. Low key, I feel like OP's husband has to step to this ex and be like, listen, buddy, never try this again.
Yeah.
Cause like,
or you're gonna get a knuckle sandwich.
This is crazy. You might be catching these hands, dude.
Mm-hmm. All right, John. So you and Naima.
Yes, here we go. Let's do it.
All right. You and Naima.
We're here.
And Naima's sister is trying to set her up with an ex. What are you doing? And the ex is down, sister's down. What are you doing to both parties?
I feel like because like this other guy, I'm like, you know how I feel about these Notebook type movies. Listen,
dude,
I'm like,
I hate the Notebook type movies. I love them, but I'm like, this is teaching
the premise is really bad.
It's teaching poor morals to our society.
Exactly. There's got to be a better angle, for forbidden love.
That is forbidden love.
But like a different forbidden love. A different
You're
forbidden
literally
love.
playing into it, John.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I feel like because like is trickier with the sister because like that's someone that used to have your brother-in-law, sister-in-law. That is my wife's sister. But this other person, I'm like, yo, you're here just down to like steal my girl. No, you know what I mean? You have to be, I feel like, a lot more intentional with the sister. But with this other dude,
get him out.
No, gone. Be gone with you.
Yeah, I mean, he's nothing.
He's nothing.
He's nothing. I think like, I don't know, like
dust.
Light him on fire a little bit.
Light him on fire a little bit.
Yeah. Like,
or literally.
Like literally light him on fire.
Yeah. Teach him a
Burn
lesson.
the witch.
Minopi says, closing it out here. So I am torn about what to do with my mom. And ladies and gentlemen, there's an update. There is a lot more to go.
Oh, God, why?
But let's talk about this. So OP is now facing decision. Do I keep going with, do I keep up my relationship with my mom?
And it's like, so context is basically sister keeps trying to force this relationship between OP and this ex-lover.
Yeah, she's the main one.
Right. And the mom is kind of co-opting it.
Yeah, she's playing both sides basically.
Yeah, I think low contact, probably not no contact. But because if you're like, I don't think you can go no contact if you're going to maintain a relationship with your father and your other siblings.
It would be very,
it would be impossible. So you have to go low contact, but you can just kind of say like, hey, like I really don't want to spend time with you until you can respect this boundary, and you haven't respected it. And so until you're ready to respect that, like this is going to be the nature of a relationship.
I almost feel like and this is basically, I think she did a great job laying out like all the things she had to do and like, hey, this is going to be a process. But like, I feel like she could say it could be years before. And she also, remember, has the grandbaby coming on the way. So she's got...
use that as emotional leverage and manipulation. That's what children are for, John says.
Exactly.
These ugly babies you can use as pawns in your emotional schemes.
They're ugly. You might as well use them for leverage. But yeah,
John, 2024.
That's why I said
vote for me for Senate.
Here we go. I will ban all the ugly babies. Yeah, I think that she needs to maybe say like this could be years before you could do something like, you know, taking the granddaughter out on like a, you know, granny granddaughter day type things.
Yeah.
You know what?
What?
I'm reading Kimberly Fine's chat message.
That is old. I mean, that is weird.
What does that mean? Riley, don't click it.
Anyways,
involved.
We're gonna keep it going here into this next edit. So,
okay. She's quoting The Notebook. Shenanigans, saying, well, you know, you want a raw dog in a home build because they did it in like a home that they just built.
I see.
And then raw dog and decades old love in an art studio. And then no, Kimberly, I get you.
That makes a lot more sense now.
Do I want to? No.
On to the edit. So, as an edit I wanted to post, but I couldn't. I want to thank you all for the amount of support and advice so far. I want to give a little more info that is in my comments since there are too many for me to answer them all individually. So, my ex and I broke up when I was 18. He is 37 now, okay? This is a long time removed.
Older man.
Older man.
Not an old man, an older man.
The reason for our breakup was that I didn't want to get married or engaged. My sister's insistence comes from the fixation of wanting the both of us to marry brothers and being best friends.
Oh.
Oh.
So she has like this plan in mind.
Yeah.
Of like this perfect little family dynamic. And she is so sold on that plan that she can't imagine anything other.
This is just like this, you know, Barbie doll world where it's like, hey, you married the brother, I married the brother. It's so fun. We're doing all this. And it's like, how do you think you're building this like amazing bond and friendship with this?
Yeah, you realize you're destroying the bond by trying to have this like fairy tale like brother on brother action.
Complete insanity. My mom has always been so nice to my husband, but I'm beginning to think that it was all a facade, which makes me very sad. My ex has been with people since the breakup. He also has 2 kids with an ex, but he's never been married. My sister says that it is a very romantic thing to do since he has only ever wanted to marry me.
Dude, this ain't The Notebook.
Dude.
I wrote you for 7 years in the rain.
I promised I wouldn't marry anyone but you. God.
Dude, I think it's just that you got no game.
Yes.
That's really what it is.
My man definitely peaked in high school.
Yeah, man peaked in high school.
He's
get anything.
Still doing all of these like crazy cartoonish things to try to win over the girl from high school. My God. I should also mention his obsessive behavior is not only with me. I know from the grapevine he was very similar with the mother of his children, but now he is refocusing on me because my sister is encouraging it since she needs his help on getting back.
He didn't marry, but he has children?
He has 2 children, but didn't marry either of them.
Bro, that doesn't even mean anything.
You know what it means?
If you're celibate for all that time, then talk to me.
Well, you know what the sister's saying? She's like, he never married them because you were the one he was meant to marry.
Bro, it's easy not to marry people.
It's
super. It's hard to marry someone.
Correct.
He's just taking the path of least resistance.
Literally.
If he was like a monk and he's like, I was celibate for like 17 years, then I would be like, damn, respect.
And it's only for you. Or
and
not even,
only for you.
Not even a monk. He lives in regular society, but it's like, I did not give in to temptation because I didn't want anyone else.
Yeah. You know what? It's creepy, but I might have respect for that.
There's heterosexual. There's homosexual. I'm eusexual.
Yeah. Ooh.
Come on now.
Things John says to Naima.
Correct. I know from the grapevine he was very similar with the mother of his children, but now as you're focusing on me because my sister is encouraging it since she needs his help on getting back into my good graces so she can be a good aunt. My brother did start to cut him off when I told my parents I was very uncomfortable with my ex around all the time. I was living away for college, but would visit my family during the breaks. He also made a very big effort to make my husband feel welcome, which deteriorated his relationship with my ex even more because he felt betrayed by my brother. I think saying like the brother he was also made a very big effort to make my husband feel welcome, which deteriorated the relationship. I guess the brother was making the ex feel comfortable, which deteriorated the relationship there. But nowadays, my husband is one of my brother's closest friends, and he only speaks with my ex when it's about our nephew, the sister's son, or not to be rude. Both of my parents seem to be supportive of me not wanting to be around my ex so much, but I guess only my dad was in agreement. On the day of the tea party, my mom told him that she was making me my favorite tea and sweets, but he couldn't stay since we would have quality time together. My dad left to go hang with my uncle since he thought it would be a nice sentiment from my mom. He is very pissed off. So she got the dad out of the house for the whole intervention. My husband tried very hard with my sister when they met, but now he just ignores her and believes she's mentally unwell.
Dude, that's what I was thinking. Like having this like vision in your head of what the perfect sister relationship would be like. I think being so fixated on that feels like you got a screw loose.
There's something going on there, and yeah, it's like see a mental health professional for this. Like I wonder if anyone has said something.
Yeah, you crazy.
She probably wouldn't take it well, but like it's.
I mean, she's not taking anything well.
Yeah,
so you might as well tell her the truth.
Yeah, we don't know if she is or not mentally unwell. That is, still there is no excuse for how she behaves.
Agreed. Mental illness is not an excuse. It is a path towards understanding how to get better.
They invited the ex and his mom because they thought it would be good for me to face the root of my issues with my sister, or at least that is their official version. Also, we are not Indian, not really religious. My husband and I are from the same race. Again, this is answering like a bunch of questions in the comments. There is also no wealth disparity between my ex and my husband. If there is, it would be in my favor to my husband, meaning OP got that bread.
Let's go.
She need no
that
man.
Baguette.
Lastly, my sister-in-laws, my brother's wife, and my husband's sisters are enraged about the situation. My husband and his sisters will be talking with their mom about her comment. My brother and his wife are considering going no contact with my mom permanently. Wow. So even her brother and sister-in-law.
How are you going to go no contact with your mom and be in contact with your dad? I don't get that.
I mean, I could see a way. It's not perfect, but basically,
well, like low contact. It's not no contact.
Yeah, I mean, it's like maybe virtually no contact, because you could like OP, for instance, she ignored her sister at the family gatherings and stuff like that. I don't know, but in the meanwhile, they will not allow her to see my nephews for a bit. The more I read, the more I think I might have to go no contact with my mom for the sake of my kid. My husband is still heartbroken to think all their interactions were faked, but says he is even more enraged she made me cry and doubt that I was a good person. I realize there are still countless conversations to be had with my family about my mom, but I will be definitely going for a restraining order against my sister and the ex. And there is another update right after that.
Oh,
listen,
my God.
We got a thick one.
My goodness. The updates don't stop.
I'm going to ask you the same question, no contact with mom.
I mean, I still stand by the low contact thing that we said earlier. Like, I don't know. And it's more of just like out of logistics. Like, I don't know how you're going to be no contact with your mom and have any kind of contact with your dad.
Anytime she's like, if you're on FaceTime, she comes in the background, you're at the dad's house. No, not even nope. You just walk away. Like every time you come in, I just walk away.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that would hurt your relationship with your dad.
It would be inconvenient, but it's possible. It can be done.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth it.
Would you try to convince the brother, your brother and your sister-in-law to not cut off the mom, because they're thinking of going no contact themselves?
To not cut off?
Yeah, because the brother and the sister-in-law basically in like solidarity and being like, yo, this is so effed up. They're like, yo, we're gonna go no contact with mom, is what they're thinking of doing right now. Would you like, yo, you don't need to do all that?
I mean, you don't need to do that for me.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it for your own reasons, then you can.
Yeah. Would you like
I
basically
wouldn't demand anyone.
not demand
go
it, but
no
would you go out
contact
of
from
your
me.
way to at least say like, hey, just so you know, like you don't have to do this for me?
Yeah, I would
and-
probably.
I think that's
Just to communicate
move.
that. But
yeah, big decision.
Yeah, it's hard going no contact with. It's hard going no contact with half of a relationship.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
And then especially if that half of that relationship is your mom and your dad, parents.
Probably the hardest one.
Yeah.
Probably the hardest one. Well, the proper semi-update. So the state of my family so far. I had a conversation with my mother. She insists that she knew best. I am a bad person and she will be getting grandparents' rights or even custody. So now mom's flipped and is like on the offense. She's like, I'm going to sue for grandparent rights.
I don't think that is a thing. Is that a thing? No, that's not a thing.
Maybe I think it might be a thing for like if the parents aren't involved and they're getting like adopted and like that kind of thing. I think it is a thing, but not the way that she's
saying
it. I don't care what she says, but I'm still panicked. So we sent her a letter about it. My dad moved out definitely. Wow. He told her that he could not co-sign on her terrorizing his kid. My brother and his wife have also fully decided to go no contact.
Wow. Okay, I guess that takes care of it being hard to go no contact.
See?
Wow.
There it
Things
is.
just kind of resolve themselves.
I know it seems very sudden, but I think I undertold the level of despair I had after the intervention. My husband told them afterwards they had to think very well about what they had appreciated and to be kind and receptive to everything, but would not raise a kid in a toxic environment. Reason 3,271,637 why I love my husband. Cute. My husband is very heartbroken with my mom and her fakeness. He says that she will never get anything from him. That is as far as revenge goes here. My husband and sisters talked to my mother-in-law about our comment and made her understand why it was very out of pocket. As many of you assumed, she is a very loving mom from a very loving family. So I think she was just like, like she just hated to see the mother-daughter bond be severed, had the empathy. My dad and brother kept apologizing for any role they played in this. My dad can't believe that it went to this point. He says it is still surreal for him. Regardless, they support me no matter what, and they say that they are willing to help me fight whatever ridiculous fight my mom and my sister put up. There's an update 8 days later.
Oh my God, this is the story that just keeps going.
It's happening. There's more.
It keeps crushing me.
What do we think? So basically, I think where all signs are pointing to, mom went from like, oh, forgive me, I'm so sorry, to now is like, I'm suing you for grandparental rights and I'm gonna fight this out. Do we have any conspiracy theories on what mom and sister are gonna cook up next? Are they cooking something up next?
I have no idea, but I have a feeling it's gonna have to do with the ex.
Yeah, dude.
He puts a mustache on and is like, I want you to reveal as new eligible bachelor, or they dress him exactly as Opie's husband.
They just give him a full makeover to look exactly like the husband.
Oh, this is, I don't know where your husband went. He's right here. And then like they've just like trapped a real husband in a basement or something.
He's just like the great value brand version of Opie's husband. Dude. Well, gentlemen, let's get into it.
Oh my gosh. Another one.
8 or 9 days later, update number 2. Opie says final update. Will it be? You're going to have to stick around to find out. Or I hope it is, Opie says. I want to thank the lovely messages and encouraging words that I got. I decided to post it here so it won't be deleted like the original was. Things are great and horrible at the same time, but I am trying to remain positive about everything. My brother and his wife sat my nephews down and explained that grandma was ill and tried to hurt Auntie Diamond and the little cousin. They explained grandma would not be a part of their lives anymore, but that doesn't mean that she doesn't love them. It was really hard, but the kids are smart. They were also told that the other aunt is no longer in their life, but they don't care because they dislike her.
Okay,
I mean,
win.
She's probably a terrible
aunt.
Yeah, not because of me alone, simply because she is not exactly great with them either. My mom lost it when she was informed and started claiming that she had rights and she will get to see her grandchildren.
She does. There's no such thing as grandchild parental rights.
Conspiracy theory? I am predicting a kidnap.
Which does happen.
It has happened. We have seen it
We have seen it
multiple times on the show. multiple times.
I'm giving it, if I was to say right now, I'm going to say, if I'm a betting man, I'm betting against you, actually. I don't think she's going to do it.
Oh.
Because
What's your percentage?
And the reason is not because she wouldn't try, but I think that OP is going to be putting their kids on lock because the mother's so unstable.
You forget there are many grandchildren to steal. There's her sister's kids. There's her kids.
That's
there's
true. There's a lot.
Maybe more buns in the oven. We don't know.
God, stealing it right out of the oven.
Right. Exactly. She's like,
she puts on a doctor mask. And
exactly.
She's like,
it's a boy, and it's mine.
Yeah, dude. Freaking like,
I gotta love it. So my dad is looking for a permanent place, but will stay with us until January, but mainly due to my brother's mother-in-law coming to visit and us having the space. He is really sad. He's called divorce lawyers already, moved bank stuff, etc., etc., all the divorce things. He's been getting countless emails, messages, and calls from my mom, but he just doesn't reply to anything. The lawyer told him not to block her right now. He considered maybe forgiving her, but I got a huge spike on my blood pressure a couple of days after my last post here because she decided to come to my place with my sister. Double whammy. Double whammy.
Not again.
She's relentless.
Why does this keep happening?
My sister had never been to my home. My mom knew I didn't want her there, but I guess that doesn't matter anymore. The cleaning lady let them in since she knows my mom, and I haven't had the time to inform her that she was not allowed to come in anymore. I was just coming home from some errands, and I saw the car. This time, I didn't get in. I called all of my relatives, and my sister-in-law, my husband's sister, was the one closer to me. She confronted them and told them that they either leave or I called the police on them for trespassing.
Dude,
I want them arrested so bad. I want them arrested so bad.
I want them in chains.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Locked to the cellar door.
From in the dungeons.
What's that one Edgar Allan Poe thing where he like puts them in the wall and then puts up
the heartbeat, the telltale.
It's
the heart telltale.
It's the one where he gives him a glass of wine and then he like locks him in the wine cellar and then builds the wall and then he's like stuck in the wall.
The telltale heart.
Is that the telltale heart?
It's the telltale heart because his heart gets bigger and he's like at the end he's like I did it, and no one's like I didn't hear anything. What are you talking about? He can hear and it's just in his head because the guy's already dead. He can't do that.
Is it that one? I don't know if it's that one.
It's that one. It's that one.
I remember.
Haven't seen it.
You read it. John.
No. I haven't seen it.
Well,
I haven't seen it. We're getting back to
John.
the story.
I can't read Fry.
Oh man, I can finally get rid of my name.
They left. Take the crown from you. They left, and I started feeling bad. We went to the doctor, and they told me all the excitement was not good, and I needed to start relaxing, or it would hurt the baby.
Cast of Amontillado. That's it. Cast. Yeah, sorry.
What?
That's the one you were thinking of?
That's what I was thinking of.
But he did it. He did another one where he put the guy on the floors.
Yeah, this was the wall.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway.
I haven't seen it. My dad went home with my brother, uncle, and my husband and took every single thing he could think of. My husband says that my sister was there too, and she kept screaming at him and that he destroyed her family. My dad told my mom and sister they almost the baby, and he also doesn't want to talk to any of them again because I think OP was saying literally her blood pressure spiked,
yeah.
Which makes perfect sense. Earlier today, we recorded an episode where OP found out his kids are not his and
then
literally
had
a
heart attack. Yeah.
It happens, people. My sister kept sending messages to my brother begging for help, but it's not happening. I am devastated and very sad for my nephew since he is losing so much of his family because his mother has some wacky ideas, but it is what it is. As for the custody and the grandparents' rights, the old grandparents' rights we're talking about, my mom wants to throw around so much, my lawyer sent her a letter stating that she caused harm to my health and the baby, and if she keeps harassing me, it will become an official legal matter because probably it's like, hey, I told you not to come. It's documented. You came. Here's my blood pressure reports. Got him.
And then is that like attempted murder?
That would be awesome.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Do it. As in, like, sue her or lock her up for that. Not her die.
Lock her up.
Lock her up. Lock up Granny and the sister. But my brother also sent her a letter using her harassing of me. Both my mom and sister have refused to go to therapy. They might be mentally ill, but with all of this coming to light, it is obvious that they have been in agreement for a long time. I will focus on spending my holidays with my family, the good family, being healthy, and going to therapy.
Okay, this ends well.
You think it's all over? No, there's another update 3 months later. And keep in mind, 3 months later, Opie is still pregnant with a baby at this point. Is this as or after the baby's delivered? That's the question.
Dude, I can't have this happen again. It's not like if the sister and the mother come again and the freaking ex is there, I'm going to lose my shit. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose it. I'm losing it.
I'm going to be honest with you. At the beginning of this update we just read, I had the conspiracy of the grandma kidnapping, but I was like, I don't know.
But now you're like, it's going to happen.
I believe a lot more now that is going to happen because she's just like going for it. That's like her Hail Mary.
Dude, I hate when people go crazy after like it's like, oh, like they're so normal, blah 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 blah, and then all of a sudden just someone snaps and it just implodes in family like that. That scares me.
And it seems like the mom, like at first the mom was like all sob stories, like, oh, I'm so sad that my daughter's gonna have a relationship, da 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 da, and then it just like hit this tipping point and she snapped. She's like, I'm gonna sue for the
dude. That's how it happens. I feel like
everything.
that's how it happens. It's just like it can. Someone can snap and then bam, family imploded.
And it's almost scarier because it's like the sister showed her true colors the whole time, but the mom, you didn't even know. Scary stuff. But let's scare ourselves more by getting into this next update.
Oh God, spooky.
3
it's
months
spooky.
later. Hi, I've received some requests for an update and had a little time, so I decided it could be a good fit. I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart from your comments, messages, and well, every piece of advice because I feel like we owe you for being even more paranoid than we were being. Remember my conspiracy theory?
No!
A couple people
No! I don't want you to be right. This is
A couple people asked me what method we use to know the gender of the baby. I announced it after 20 weeks. The reason for waiting so long is we have experienced a loss in the past, which we were prepared to announce when it happened, and we wanted to be sure and have a safety of the feeling about the announcement. Also, we were naive enough to think that it would be special for my mom. And you were right. After posting, I handed it to my husband, and he read your messages, comments, and advice for several days. We swiped the house and thankfully found nothing, but felt extremely unsafe, so we went to a hotel with my dad. I'm guessing, like implying, like, is there like a baby monitor, like cameras, like in the house?
You
like,
felt extremely unsafe because someone's gonna steal your kid?
maybe it's just like we're checking the house to make sure there's not any cameras or something along those lines. But then we realized there was a tracker on my fur baby's vest. The pet's vest has a tracker on it.
So you could always see where the whole family was.
That's so smart.
He is a
Riley's like, I'm gonna try that.
He's like, He's a very small dog and gets cold a lot, so he has a funny vest. Never in a million years would I have thought of looking there. That is such an evil genius. That like shows how demented she is, honestly, how sick and twisted. But we discovered the tracker when my dad walked him around the hotel area, and my sister came and asked about me and reconciliation. That she pulled up to the hotel because of the tracker, and the evil sister. I'll say the evil sister now. That's easier. The evil sister pulls up and she's like, blah, 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 like, why don't you? How does she know where the hotel was? They ran away from the house. It was like a last second decision.
The tracker.
The tracker did. The tracker. I was really upset, so we decided to move. Thankfully, we can afford it. We are renting at the moment, and also,
like move.
I mean, they're stalking you, like legit.
Oh my god.
man.
We need more legal action now. We need more legal action.
you need a restraining order.
The
because,
dog needs to press charges.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I feel like OP is like, all right, thankfully we have the money, and it seems like kind of upbeat about the move, but like I don't think they like to move it.
No, bring down the hammers. We are renting at the moment and also renting out our place, so it's not just empty. I used to love that house, but now I feel it's ruined and tainted somehow. Sadly, my parents' house feels the same, and not only for me. We all, my brother, my husband, dad, and sister-in-law, even my husband's family, changed our numbers, got new electronics, and notified our...
That's crazy, the steps that you have to take.
Insane.
Doesn't
because it's
it
like,
scares me that someone could just like all of a sudden start stalking you, and like there's not a ton you can do.
because like it's already crazy, like a random stalker.
I guess you could like Home Alone them.
This is true.
A wacky series of events, and they're like, oh shucks, we didn't do it this time, guys.
Yeah, you just lure them into your house and like beat them over the head with a bowling ball that fell from a staircase.
They would just die.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Home Alone
just
is
murder.
unrealistic because those guys would get murdered.
Yeah,
by
yeah.
a series of traps.
But like, it's like random stalker, someone who is literally grew up with you.
yeah.
Like they have
Which
so much
would you
more power and
rather?
knowledge.
Which would you rather?
Oh, easily
Randoms?
the random. Easily the
But
random.
like high tech random stalker. Yeah. Okay. Would you rather have a high tech random stalker or a family member stalking you? High tech random stalker can know where you live because they can hack into your stuff and has like all of the
maybe
spyware.
maybe I'll take the dumb family.
Yeah. It's like, would you rather be like murdered by someone you know or someone you don't? You know, it's like kind of the same vibe. I think someone I know.
Nah, screw that.
I think it's scarier. It's scarier when it's someone you don't know.
To me, I'm like, dude, you betrayed the trust.
Well, yeah. I
And
mean, like,
in my, I'm like,
But the
looking at
lore.
them,
your dying breath.
you know, I'm like, you betrayed me.
Yeah, but it's like usually you wouldn't see it coming, you know, with your.
But it would hurt so much
your person.
more.
It would hurt more in the final moments. But like, all right, like someone breaks into your house, they're chasing you. Like that's scary. Like for like a solid 20 minutes until they kill you. Your friend, it's like that stabs you in the back. It's like you're chilling, and then all of a sudden you're like, what? You're like almost like confused, and so I feel like you're not so much scared. You're like all right, when Caesar got stabbed in the back by Brutus, he wasn't like, oh my god, I'm so scared of you, Brutus. He was like, oh wait, what? You too?
Everyone
You
vote.
too? Et tu, Brute? He's like confused, you know?
We're going to vote in the poll, and we're also getting back to the story here, but we will read out the results. So we all changed our numbers, got new electronics, notified our employers, friends, and the police. We all started therapy and family therapy. My dad and brother feel extreme guilt over the situation, even if I have truly forgiven them, but we are healing as a unit. My sister and mom insist that they are not wrong and that they don't need therapy. My dad made a new will in which my evil sister's son gets a trust fund and some inheritance, but my evil sister gets a token amount. He is truly done with her. So virtually nothing in comparison. I was feeling bad for her, but I decided to focus my energy on my baby. She is here and we are blessed. Hooray!
Woo!
It is not the experience I thought of since my mom is not around with me anymore, but so many of my friends and family members have truly surprised us. By the end, we were so paranoid, we started testing some people we were unsure of telling them that I was going into labor. Dude, it works like a charm. We discovered who is still feeding info to my mom and sister and cut them out.
Who's the mole?
Dude.
Who's the rat?
That's
Give it to me.
genius.
Let me know.
But
Send 'em
also
out.
so sad.
What, that someone's a rat?
Well, they literally had to leak this fake information to realize.
Really smart. Yeah, really
who the-
smart.
right?
That's what they do in like political campaigns and stuff and like the mob
Yeah, and rap battles.
and rap battles. Oh, that is true. They do that in rap
big time,
battles.
dude.
Yeah.
The rest understood when we explained the reasoning. Yeah, we cut out all the people that we realized were feeding information to mom and sister. The rest understood when we explained the reasoning. My ex, who my friends now call Bates, went around saying the baby was his because we've been having a torrid affair due to my undying love for him.
Dude, he is desperate.
Let's sue him too.
He
Sue him for libel
is
and
desperate.
whatever else we got.
Oh, God.
Nobody
Get
believes.
over it.
Right,
Dude,
God.
imagine being so obsessed that you can't move on for like years. For years.
Almost 20.
20 years. I will say, man is committed. Man is committed. And in a world of people who are like hookup culture and no one can commit, this man can commit.
That's the kind of commitment Sam wants, guys.
We live in a
Stalk
society.
me for 20 years.
Put your applications in here.
Yeah, if you're not stalking me for 20 years, you don't love me.
Yeah.
Please don't stalk me. That was a joke. That was a joke. And if you really loved me, you would know that.
Exactly. Ha! You failed the test. Now, nobody believes him anymore, but it made my husband contact Bates' employer and tell him about all the craziness. I kind of like that. It's gone too far. Long story short, he was put on suspension pending internal reviews. I am still positive he will be fired since they have asked us for more and more info and they seem really apologetic. My mom has tried to find us, but all the people that know of our location have gone no contact with her. My dad's lawyer sent her a letter stating that due to her instability, all correspondence will be through lawyers now. It has been us and my dad because I felt so bad for him being alone. He has promised he will be fine and nothing is my fault, but I still feel awful. He has been the best babysitter, feeder, and diaper changer in the universe.
Damn, that's all he is.
That's
Diaper
it.
changer.
He's just a bottle to stick in my kid's mouth. I said what I said. My nephews are loving as always. And my dad even got a visit with my sister's son. It came about because she kept making videos threatening to hurt herself if my husband didn't stop alienating her family. So my dad emailing her about seeing her son and told her that he would call the police about her threats. So that seems to have stopped it. Lastly, someone brought up that I gave Bates false hope. It couldn't be further from the truth. I spent years uncomfortable because I thought we had moved on. Then after I spoke up and then met my husband, I spent such a long time fighting my sister about it. I had a very long engagement, which is why I married after my sister. I still love my mom and my sister, but I chose a healthy life for me and my family over that love. A poetic way to put it.
Mm-hmm.
I have discovered a lot of loyalty, love, and compassion through this whole thing. As strange as it may seem, I feel lucky that it all exploded. Hopefully, it is not too much of a ramble, but hugs from me, and you think we're done.
Oh my
but there's
God.
yet another one 2 months later.
We need to give a TLDR for everyone who just, Heather Nicole says she needs a TLDR. So
Absolutely.
Let's give it to her.
2 more updates.
After this?
Like this one and another one.
How long is this story?
6 big ones.
Long. Okay, quick TLDR.
Is this, wait, what episode are we on right now?
4. We got one more after this.
We're in it, baby. So
We're in the thick of it.
OP's sister is crazy. OP's mom is crazy. Initially, the sister was trying to get her to marry her high school ex because she's married to the high school ex's brother. So they'll be like 2 sisters married to 2 brothers. She has this crazy delusional fantasy. We at first thought the mom was like kind of on OP's side. Turns out the mom was really on the sister's side the whole time. It was just like playing both angles. Now, basically everyone's cut off evil mom and evil sister. The dad divorced the mom. Everyone's going no contact. They're just on an island.
And now they're stalking OP.
They put a tracker on OP's dog. It's basically they still haven't stopped. They still haven't relented after all this, which means there might still be a lot more they might go have some more gas in the tank for their insanity. Their crazy tanks.
The crazy tank never stops.
It really
feels
doesn't.
like.
So we're going to find out just how much gas.
So let's
they got
buckle in, boyos and girlos.
Let's go. So 2 months later, a quick TLDR. I'm happy to report we all live, well, and living in a new house, and the baby is thriving. And my ex, Bates, was fired. Heck yeah. Love to hear that. But here's a longer version. We officially moved into a new house. My dad moving into the guest house. Low-key flex, but okay. We had many discussions both in and outside of therapy, and we decided that while it would be good for him to be with us, we all still need our space. We are still renting out the old place, but we will decide to do what to do with that later. My dad has the grandchildren all together about 3 times a week now. He still has to see my evil sister's kid separately since she refused to let him take the kid unless she knew where he lived, which, to be fair, is a normal thing, but considering she is crazy, we don't want her close.
Fair.
My mom complained to the lawyers about how unfair it is that my dad still gets to see all the grandchildren, but there's nothing she can do about it. Maybe by not being a maniac.
Yeah, it's not unfair. That? He acted like a civilized human. You, good madam, did not.
Correct. About a month ago, my dad told me that he had a confession and my stomach started hurting.
No, OP doesn't need any more confessions. OP needs to be lied to and told good bedtime stories and given a massage.
But maybe she's so resilient, it's just...
Dude, she is... one woman can only take so much.
No pain, no gains. But OP says, Dear reader, he pays for my nephew, the evil sister's kids, schooling and babysitting, which is why she still allows him to see him. He felt so guilty for hiding it and didn't want to keep secrets. I assured him it was nothing wrong at all and to please don't feel bad. Because it's like the kid didn't do anything. He's helping support the kid who is innocent. Innocent kid. And I'm glad OP sees that too. But on Mother's Day, my dad got an email with a link to an Instagram account in which they made a sad video about my mom and how most of her family has abandoned her and how much of a saint my sister is for being there with her.
Dude, I hate this political campaign.
Starting a content series.
Arms of an angel. It's like that music's playing and it's like, my mom has been so brutally ignored and she has done nothing but love and support. In fact, she is one of the best matchmakers on this side of town. And if you're looking to date this wonderful ex of my daughter, call 1-800 I want that ex now.
Great ad. It was really pathetic and enraged me, but I just sent it to my lawyer.
Who's editing this video of them? And also, I want to see it.
Right? Dad officially filed for divorce in May, but the process is still ongoing. My mom insists that he is wrong, but my dad said he would rather drink bleach than go back to her. So I think it's final.
Wow.
Dang,
That's pretty bold.
Putting his foot down.
Are you serious?
My brother and husband took my dad out for the Father's Day, and they had a blast. My sister posted many, many things that day, but they managed to block my dad from even learning about it because they wanted him to enjoy the day. He freaking deserves it. They also did a camping trip with the kids, aka went to a hotel, got a suite, and put a tent in the middle area for the kids and a little teepee for the baby. Honestly, having a baby is one of the best things that has ever happened to me, and seeing my husband being the amazing father I knew he would be makes me so happy.
W.
It is tiring, but we have so much support. I feel grateful beyond anything because I have my rocks on my side. My sister-in-laws and I are now get to have a little calendar on sharing things that all the kids get to do, things that are all age appropriate, and if they want to, we want to let them all know they do not need to hang out with people they dislike and their voices matter. Right now, they are all obsessed with baby and say that they are her protectors. Adorable. And we get little get-togethers, brunch, etc., etc. They have a great time. Honestly, having family time is now such a pleasure and not a headache without my evil sister there. I know it's wrong to say, but she just sucks the positivity out of the room. I don't think that's wrong to say at all. I think that's saying it.
I think that
lightly.
is literally what's happening.
Yeah.
She's like a dementor.
It's straight up soul sucker. Not the good kind. My mother-in-law loves having time with the baby and stays in the guest room about once a week. She asked politely and said she didn't want to take baby for sleepovers or anything. I feel respected and heard by her, and yes, have broken down sometimes because I miss my mom a lot. I miss the mom I had, or I thought I had, not the one that told me I would be a terrible mother or was a hateful woman.
Fun.
Love it.
Love that.
Just kidding. My therapist said it's a marathon and to focus on the good. Speaking about the good, the ex Bates, he was terminated, fired. Not only that, but his reputation in his industry was not only damaged, but nuclear level damaged.
Really? What happened? Did he get out what he was doing?
Sounds like it. I mean, if his reputation is damaged in the entire industry, what else would it be? So was his brother's. But because brother-in-law not in an industry that cares as much about reputation, he still has his job as far as I know. I wonder what these niche industries are.
Yeah. Maybe it's like kung fu and like
Lawn
Kung
mowing.
fu?
yeah, like it's like
I was thinking like spicy fans or something like that.
I was thinking more like martial arts. Like Bates is probably like a master of something.
Oh,
Like Master Bates.
Why did I was so close to not falling into the trap, and just right before the punchline, I fell right in. I slipped.
The
Fell right in.
puns. The puns.
Oh,
I had to.
boy.
It was so low. It was so low hanging. I just had to pick it up.
Well, Bates sent me a 12-page, double-sided, seamed single-space letter about how hurt he is that I am denying him what's his. And my husband is so threatened by him that he had to go and destroy him professionally because he would not be able to destroy anything else. Just get a girl, dude.
Yeah.
Literally just...
Or honestly, just do what you're the master of and go into a corner and just like be by yourself.
and bait it out.
Bait it out.
Oh, God. Hey, there's one girl who always loved you, Jill. I said that once with me, Riley, and Sophia, and she never understood. And it was so great. It was so funny. Anyways.
Sophia.
So
My
innocent.
sweet cherub.
So I said seemed because I didn't read it. My lawyer did and gave me a summary. I also heard from the grapevine, no, I don't ask people. They just tell me, since they know he is stalking me, that the mother of his children moved away and he didn't even care and said it was for the best. Dude, what a stand-up guy. This man doesn't even care about his kids, wants to play family with baby and me. Sadly, he won't be homeless or anything because mommy already let him move back in with her, so I doubt he will learn anything from this. Not the flashiest of updates, but it is what it is, and my husband burnt or donated every single item given to him by my mom or my parents with my dad's blessing. He says life is too short to give her space in his life, even if it's just memories. And ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching not just our final update, but an update that comes from 2 years later from where we just left off.
It's crazy, dude.
Real quick thoughts before diving into our final update, Mr. Donner.
This is the story that never ends.
It's pretty long, too.
This is the story that never ends. It's like I'm having trouble listening to it because it's so painful. I can only imagine living it.
Bro.
Like this would suck.
Unimaginable.
OP, I am so sorry.
I will say, at least, like, it almost seems like her support network grew and supported her even harder because of what she was going through. Now it's like all of the kids, let's say they have like a shared calendar, all the kids are enjoying. So there is this great silver lining, but my God, what they had to do to get that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if my conspiracy theory comes true of grandma does a little kidnapping. 2 years later, update number 5. Hi, Reddit. Long time no see. You don't say. I have some updates for you, but first, I want to thank you all for your comments and messages. Every time I log into this account, I'm bombarded by mostly positive things, and I appreciate it a lot. I am unsure if anybody will read this, but for those who want updates, they are mainly good ones. With that out of the way, let's get into it. My parents are divorced now after many fights and tantrums from my mother. She kept...
Woo! Yeah.
She kept the house and got a bulk payment, but that is it. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but hey. My dad is like a new man, and we are all so happy for him. A little throwback. When all the drama happened, we did not fire our cleaning lady. This is a woman that has been helping my husband's family for decades, and I was very stressed about her being out of work because of what my crazy family did. Also, we are not slobs, and she is not polishing floors on her knees or anything like that. In any case, my dad spoke with her and told her that she was on paid vacation, and until we had a new house, to please wait for us if she wanted, but she was absolutely not fired. That is a
that's super
angel
nice.
move. Super angel move. My dad started to get food and stuff from them from time to time because they were so thankful about what he was doing for them. Well, she has a sister, and you see, this sister owns her own nail salon, and my dad is dating her now. She's a lovely woman and has grown children, so she understands the dynamics happen sometimes.
Why are you reading this like there's going to be a butt?
Yeah, dude.
Why are you reading this like there's going to be something terrible?
We don't know
Like
exactly what's going to happen.
Like a train's gonna hit him
Yeah,
or something.
stop reading it like this. I'm scared. You're making me scared.
Well,
Stop.
he has been very clear that he is not moving or marrying, and she is pleased with that because she likes her independence.
Stop it. I'm on edge.
But, no, I'm just kidding. Oh, my mother nearly had a stroke when she heard about this new relationship and kept saying it was a late midlife crisis and he had to resort to being a sugar daddy. This is obviously what I heard because I don't have any contact with her, but last I heard, she is having a hard time. She is struggling because she was never good at budgeting and relied on my dad to put a stop to ridiculous purchases. Why am I not surprised? My sister is also struggling because my dad is not helping her with money anymore. You'll see. He was willing to keep helping for the sake of the nephew. Remember, he was helping pay for the evil sister's son. But then things got very rough. My nephew started calling my kid an affair baby.
Ooh.
He's turning...
Wait, what?
Evil sister is making evil nephew.
No.
She's turning him evil.
She's getting more supporters.
She's Anakining him.
Oh.
Yep. How she is not with her real dad, called my other nephews delusional, and during a birthday party, he even pushed one of my nephews on my husband's side, saying they were not my kid's cousins, only he was.
How old is the nephew?
We don't know.
But like a kid, right?
I mean, I can't imagine.
Under 18.
Like, OP's baby is like 3 years old at this point, something like that. So this kid can't be like...
Dude, the sister still has her claws. Yeah, she's Emperor Palpatine. given the dark side of the force.
Her own child is the only one left she can manipulate, basically. The kids were perplexed and so confused, but immediately told an adult about it. My dad spoke with him, but he kept repeating it. He spoke with my sister, and she said that she could do nothing to prevent a kid from telling the truth. And didn't all kids tell the truth always? My God. He told her, until there is a change, he is cutting them off. She panicked and cried, but she is also super stubborn, so now my nephew goes to public school because my husband made my dad cut them off. And good old Bates, the master of nothing, he's still unemployed. 2 years later, dude. Two years
around.
plus. My God, seriously. I know I was cryptic about what he did about it, but he was in an industry related to vulnerable women, and some of it related to stalking.
Dude, so he has all the best strats.
God. It's like law enforcement knowing how to get away with crimes.
It's like the hackers, like the white hat hackers that help all of the banks be extra secure, but they can actually break into everything.
They built in the back door. Oh, God. Irony much? That's why he was fired, because he's like super unfit to do his job. The organization he was in didn't want this to splash on them. I have received 2 more very long handwritten rambling letters from him, and since he only has my lawyer's address, guess who has the honor of receiving, reading, and filing those rambles? I love my lawyer, and he is a champ. When you love your lawyer, something is not good. Apart from that and the gossip, I have not had bad issues related to him, except for one.
No!
Make it
Why? God,
Stop.
too much.
I was at the grocery store and a random woman came over, asked if my kid was Bates's baby.
Shut the F up.
I was speechless and shocked. I asked her what she was on, and she said she has a photo of us on his profile, and I should be ashamed of myself for hurting such a good man. Turns out he is still going by the narrative that my kid is his, and I loved him so much. Wow. That is
obviously not that much because you're not still together.
Yeah, right.
How does that make sense?
Dude, it's crazy. The fact that 3 people, I get the mom and the sister, but this ex going along with the craziness is like, what a 3 once in a millennia.
But the thing
crazies
is,
altogether.
he is so obsessed and so good at convincing everyone that this is the dream. I bet he planted the idea of like the brother sister thing in the sister's head, and then planted the idea in the mother's head. I think he's like cult level personality and able to manipulate the people around him into everything.
You could be totally right. You could be totally right. Wow. That's good theory. Say in the comments whether you think he's right or not. Let us know. Now, that is all news, but at the end, what shocked me the most was the pic comment. This is not a photo that has been public or anything like that. It was sent to a family group once, and that was it. I told my husband immediately, and he was enraged but composed. We decided to smoke out the rat. Here we go. So, long story short, it was my dad's 2 sisters feeding info to my mom.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
now you're gonna have to cut off the 2 sisters.
And you know what's crazy? They're not even related. They're like in-laws of each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
He can't trust anybody.
You really can't. My dad was so disappointed, but also had no doubts cutting them off. They are still begging him to talk to them again. My brother and his family are doing great. We see them a lot and have been in some family holidays since the last update. They are also no contact with evil mom, evil sister, and my sister-in-law, a good one, is actually super happy about it because it turns out that she was not a fan of our mom, but kept the peace. My in-laws keep being lovely as well. We allow mother-in-law overnight babysitting now too, and she is over the moon with it. Sometimes she has all her grandchildren under the same roof, and they are all delighted to be with her. Adorable. She is a former flight attendant, so their favorite game is to pretend airplane. Oh my God. Overall, they love her, and we know she is good with the kids, so not to worry. She had to make her socials private because my mom kept stalking her.
Oh my God.
Battle of the grannies over here. I am sure she's extremely jealous, but she made her own bed. By the way, you can make your bed while joining us every weekday live at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap the profile. Ladies and gentlemen.
Please tap it.
Please tap it. But lately, my husband keeps me sane whenever little things come up.
Oh my God, when you said but lately, you got me, John. Get me with those big butts.
We are thinking if we should have another baby or maybe adopt one. We are still undecided. We have a great support system and the privilege to have these conversations.
Dude, I feel like you need nothing to happen in your life for a while. I think you just need to chill.
A decade of peace and silence.
Yeah, you just need something boring.
Before the evil mom and sister kingdom rises again, back for vengeance. I still miss my mom a lot. I cry sometimes when I realize there are milestones I can no longer share with her, but she is a bad person and the safety of my family matters more. Last fun fact, this Father's Day, they actually went camping, real camping, I guess. It went great apart from the mosquito bites and some ill-placed sunburns. But
Shut the up.
that's it.
Oh my God.
Woo! Got him.
Oh my goodness.
That was an hour and 20 minutes of straight story.
That's going to be an absolute banger.
Doozy.
That one's going to bang.
Wait till the next one. The next one is even better.
You ready, Sammy boy?
Oh my God.
Any closing thoughts? I feel like all's well that ends well ultimately, honestly.
Yeah.
Get rid of all your family.
Great job navigating. Honestly, a pretty good textbook approach to how you should navigate
I think
these
they did it.
situations.
I think they did it well. But you just have to deal with such bull.
Such
shit.
insanity.
Such
insanity.
BS.
Shout out
But
to OP for making it through the fire.
if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you tomorrow.